Today I want to share with you a tonic that isn't just a passing trend, but rather a natural medicine, one of the oldest that exists. If you're looking for a simple tool to regulate blood sugar, have good digestion, and maintain stable energy throughout the day, today I'm going to introduce you to one of the greatest secrets of the father of medicine, Hippocrates. It's Oxymel, a tonic that Hippocrates himself used 2,500 years ago. I'm going to share with you the exact recipe of how he prepared it and why today's science proves him right. The key ingredient in Oxymel is raw apple cider vinegar. I want to show you how to identify the right apple cider vinegar and also why it's so powerful. This tonic is not only a probiotic elixir for your gut, but it also becomes a protective shield against those glucose spikes that cause inflammation and drain our energy. And I'll also tell you the exact time of day when you should take it to multiply its effects.
Mother apple cider vinegar has its roots in ancient Greek medicine.
Hippocrates, in 460 before Christ, he considered it a universal remedy. He used it to clean wounds and fight infections, but his star remedy was Oxymel. And what is Oxymel? The word comes from oxy, meaning acid, and mel, meaning honey, and it was simply a mixture of raw vinegar, water, and honey. Hippocrates prescribed it as a healing tonic and considered it a powerful expectorant for respiratory illnesses, showing that ancient wisdom already intuited its power. Now let's talk about the scientific power of acetic acid, vinegar, and the mother. And I'm not going to ask you to make vinegar, but I do want you to make sure you use the right kind of vinegar. Because the value of this tonic lies in the acetic acid and the mother. The mother is a probiotic powerhouse. It's the colony of bacteria and yeast that forms in vinegar, and it's responsible for transforming the cider alcohol into acetic acid. That's why, when you're looking for a vinegar, you should look for one that says it's organic, or that specifies it contains the mother. It will be a vinegar that, when you look at it, will be opaque, cloudy, and with sediments at the bottom. That clear, transparent vinegar we see is pasteurized. So it wouldn't work for us. At least it wouldn't work as well for us. It wouldn't be as optimal as the one I'm telling you about, which is the one that contains the mother. The mother is that colony of bacteria and yeast. You can see this when you buy cloudy vinegar. And usually it tends to say so on the label. Organic vinegar, unpasteurized vinegar. It will say something like that on the label. The thing with transparent or pasteurized vinegar, the one we typically get at the supermarket, has already lost its vital properties. Here I want to show you one as an example. It will say, for example, organic. And here, for example, it says unfiltered and unpasteurized. And you'll see that it has some sediment at the bottom, as if it were. It's similar to what is done with kombucha, and the liquid is a bit cloudy, kind of opaque. And here's the important part, the most important thing. Acetic acid is what interests us the most. Science has shown that when it is eaten before a meal, it partially blocks the enzymes that digest carbohydrates. And that will make glucose enter the bloodstream more slowly, reducing sugar spikes by 30%. This means less cravings, less post-meal fatigue, and a crucial step for the prevention of type 2 diabetes. Right now, I'm going to share with you the recipe for Oxymel and how to take it daily. But first, I want to give you a little warning. Pure apple cider vinegar is very acidic and could damage your tooth enamel. Hippocrates always diluted it, and you should do it too. And now, let's go to the recipe to prepare Oxymel. We're going to make Oxymel, 1 tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar. As we already discussed, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of honey. and 200 ml of filtered water, water that doesn't have chlorine. Let's mix it. And this is an organic honey which has been around for a long time. That's why it's a little hard, crystallized, but that's good. It's a good sign that the honey is good, that it doesn't have additives. Honey helps to soften the flavor. It provides antioxidants. But if you want to leave it out, that's no problem, because the effect we're looking for actually comes from the apple cider vinegar. It's optional, but you can also add a pinch of cinnamon. It won't mix very well, but the thing about cinnamon is that it also helps regulate sugar. We stir until everything is well mixed. And how do you take it? If your goal is to regulate glucose, sugar, we're going to take it 10 minutes before your main meal or your meals that are highest in carbohydrates, bread, pasta, rice, corn, etc. And if your goal were to heal your gut, you could take it on an empty stomach to stimulate gastric juices. And then we're going to take it, if possible, with a straw. I love the taste it has because it has honey. We'll drink the 200 milliliters slowly, little by little. Before each meal, or as I mentioned before each meal that's very high in carbohydrates, like when you know you're going to eat a pizza, for example. A plate of pasta is ideal at that moment because it helps balance glucose, but it's also excellent for digestive problems. For respiratory problems, it's an excellent expectorant. It boosts your defenses and your immunity. It's used to fight colds and the flu. It's a drink that was often used to have energy, to have vigor. It's good for fighting infections and it's anti-inflammatory. It's an anti-inflammatory drink. And what it's going to do is also take away our cravings. It will reduce your appetite and take away your cravings. That's why, and of course its main use is to regulate blood sugar. That's why it's recommended. When you're about to eat, you already know you're going to have a meal full of carbohydrates and sugars. Well, it's wonderful. How delicious it is. But remember, for those who don't consume honey or don't want it to be sweetened, you can have it without honey. So it would be water and vinegar, but it has to be mother vinegar. Unpasteurized? Is that a must? And you'll get the same benefits. So, cheers. Important precautions and considerations. As I said first, it's important to always dilute apple cider vinegar before taking it. Never under any circumstances take apple cider vinegar without diluting it. If this is the first time you're going to take it, you'll need to let your digestive system adapt. Start by taking half a tablespoon and gradually increase the amount. If you're taking medication for diabetes, or if you have a severe gastric ulcer or severe reflux, you should consult your doctor to see if you can take it or not. It's always best to drink it with a straw to protect your tooth enamel. What do you think, family? The secret to a healthy life is always going back to the simple things. This remedy from Hippocrates reminds us that the most valuable medicine is found in nature, and that your kitchen is the center, the main laboratory, the best pharmacy. Have you ever used apple cider vinegar? What changes have you noticed? Tell me in the comments. My name is Danaya Aguilar, and if you would like to go deeper into the mind, body, and spirit connection, I invite you to my other channel, Portal Coherencia, where we talk about neuroplasticity and meditation. To achieve even greater balance and well-being, to be able to change our lives and move through this reality, the life we dream of. I'll leave you a direct link here so you can go visit it. And what if this video inspired you to start making Hippocrates tonic and live a healthier life? I invite you to subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment of course, and share it. A big hug and see you next time. Bye!